How's everybody doing? This is Ziploc again. I got a kind of interesting question for you guys. A friend of mine asked me this question a couple of days ago. He said, let's pretend that you guys are you're writers at DC Comics, and they ask you, they come up to you, they say, this is it, man, or a woman, or if you're a girl, they come up to you and they say, this is it. You have to write the final story between the Batman and the Joker. We have to kill the Joker off for good. He can't come back in any stories, and you got to write the story, and it has to be done within, like, a couple of weeks, something like that, And DC says, you know what, we're going to create new characters. This is going to be like the final Batman story, and we need you to do it. So my question to you guys is, if you could finish the Joker off for good, how would you go about doing it? For me, I've already got like a kind of a scenario in my head. If you guys, just make a comment, leave a comment, and if you think my idea sounds kind of stupid, or you think you like it, or you can just leave your ideas at the bottom on the comments, and I'm gonna go ahead and share my idea and see what type of response I get. Now, for me, I'd have the Joker. I have him find out who Batman really is. He would use that to his advantage and kill someone close to Bruce, say Alfred or something like that, and he mock Bruce's parents' grave. He mock his parents' grave, because the Joker has done. The Joker. He knows who Batman is. He's found out he's Bruce Wayne, and he's gonna start mocking everything he can. He's gonna start using everything he can against Bruce Wayne / Batman. And Batman, he gets to the Joker, beats him half to death, and he paralyzed. This scene would be very very intense. I have a very good artist on this. Bruce, he would get to the Joker after the Joker has killed Alfred, and he would just beat him, just beat him so hard, beat him in his face. His face would be kind of almost like disfigured, and he turn him over on the table or whatever, or if he's on the ground, and you start beating him in his neck. Now, bam, 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 and start beating the Joker in the neck, and he beats him so bad in his neck area that he paralyzes the Joker. The Joker is paralyzed from the neck down. He can't move. And he comes to find out, I have another loss. It'll be another loss. He comes to find out that the Joker has killed yet another person in Bruce's life. His only son, his blood-related son, I should say, Damian Wayne. He's killed him. And Bruce loses his composure. The Joker's been beat so badly he can't move anymore. Of course, he loses his composure, and he breaks down and cries. He mourns the loss of his son. He's lost his parents. He's lost Alfred, and now he's lost his only blood-related child, Damian Wayne. And he breaks down and cries. And the police, they arrive on the scene. They arrest the Joker. And Commissioner Gordon, he would know who Bruce Wayne is, who Batman really is, I should say, at this point. He comes up to him. He says, I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you didn't kill Joker. I know you wanted to do it, but I'm proud that you didn't take that extra step and kill the Joker. But he says to him, he's taking things way too far this time. And by law, he has to be put down. This is it. The court has said that the Joker has to be put down, Batman. This is it. He's taking things too far. He took things too far when he killed all those people. That's what he says to Batman. Batman looks at Commissioner Gordon. His mask is off after he broke down and cried. Batman's mask is off. And they're like in the they'd be like either in like a an alley or like a abandoned building. And Batman, he looks at Commissioner Gordon and he nods, he agrees. He says, he doesn't really say anything, he just nods. You know, in the panel, he would just nod at Commissioner Gordon and agree that Joker's gotta go. And they take him in, they take the Joker in. One of the police officers says, yeah, take him to Arkham Asylum. No. Commissioner Gordon says, no, not Arkham Asylum, he's on death row. This is it, Joker's done. He's taking things way too far. There's no way we can help this man. We tried putting him in Arkham Asylum, and we tried to cure him. He gets worse each time. So this time, this is it. No more Joker. He's on death row. And they come to find out, of course, that he's paralyzed. And they say, you know, one of the cops makes a comment. They say, this makes our job a lot easier. And a few months later, the Joker is ready for the gas chamber. Now, the Joker comes out, and the smile on his face that he used to have is disappeared. And gas, the smile that he used to have, the makeup, all of it is gone. He just looks like a regular guy that can't move, you know. His face is just kind of like a shock, and he almost has like a scared look on his face. And they put him in the gas chamber. Before they close it, they say, you got any last words? He kind of looks at the commissioner. Looks over at Bruce. Bruce is sitting there watching. You know. And the Joker laughs. He laughs one last time. But it's not really an evil laugh. It's more like a, I don't know, it's more like a sad slash, I don't know, it's kind of a mix between an evil and a sad laugh. He's like, and he says something. He says, chaos lives forever, even after death. Bruce looks at him with a kind of a sadness in his eye that he couldn't save him, but he doesn't really have any remorse for him. He says, he's like, you know, and Barbara Gordon is sitting there. The entire Batman family is sitting there as this man's about to be executed for good. And the gas chamber fills, and Joker has a look on his face, just a almost like an expressionless look on his face, like he can't express anything on his face. And the gas chamber fills, and Joker, a couple minutes later, Joker's dead. And that's the end of the Joker. And Barbara Gordon, she comes up, she hugs Bruce. Everybody, they come up to each other. Bruce kneels down to Barbara Gordon. She says to him, it's finally over. The nightmare is finally over. You know, and Bruce, he looks at Barbara Gordon. He says, you're right, Barbara, it is over. But he says to her, you know, he doesn't really say anything to her. He kind of looks at her with a kind of disbelief. And then in the next panel, this would be like the last panel we ever see of Batman, like, because you know this is like the final story. It's like 5 years later, and Batman, he's standing over his parents' grave. He's looking at his son's grave and Alfred's grave. And then, you know, he's mourning them, of course. And then he goes on top of a building, the next panel, and he hears those words in his head. He's like, you know, chaos is forever, even after death. And Bruce, he remembers Joker's last words, and he knows that the fight between good and evil will never end. And the last thing we see Batman do is he would jump off the building with his cape, and he just kind of glide off into the next scene, into the next crime scene. And that'll be the end of the story. And Batman, last panel of it, he says, chaos will never end, but the good fight will never end. And I have something like that, and that'd be the final Joker story I would have for that'd be how I would close the story on the Joker. That's how I would kill the Joker off. Just have him paralyzed, the makeup's gone, and he dies like that. And tell me what you guys think of that, How would you finish the Joker off for good? DC tells you this is it, the final story. How would you do it? You guys answer that question for me. Tell me what you think about my idea. I never had this asked before, but yeah, that's how I would do it. That's how I would kill the Joker off. I'm looking forward to hearing you guys' response. You guys take it easy. This your boy Ziploc. Alright. I'm out.